Are you ready? Because he's ready. It's Master Jeff! Martial arts expert, instructor extraordinaire, and general clown. He's not afraid of coronavirus. He's not afraid of the bad guys. Master Jeff is not afraid of anything.
Wow.
What's your favorite or her favorite? My favorite color is blue. Not this blue, more like this, your blue. More like that one. Cobalt. I love your intensity.
No,
I gave it back to you because we're still going to be doing forms.
Master Jeff said no one can impress you, and then when I saw it, it's from you, and I'm like, oh!
I didn't realize you sent that before I got here. It was very nice. You were very nice. Good job. You need help your mama, you guys? You're welcome. You did tell them nobody impresses me. Apparently you did tell them nobody impresses me before I came in the door. She just said, oh, you said I was impressing you. I thought you were making that up. She is very good. And her mom is too.
I'm gonna play you up. Do that again. Don't get my finger.
Oh, what are you gonna do? The little orange guy was going, woo, he's good. He's got a lot of moves and things. Which is hard to learn. I had a hard time
He
learning.
came from another school, did them differently, so he's in the process of unlearning them. And judging by what it seemed like the last school wasn't quite as strict. And we're 1 minute late. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, let's go, guys. Ready, go. Let's go. Line up. Ready, let's go. Absolutely, you may. You may be on the mat if you want. Our crowd is good, so you can come on the mat if you want.
Are we down on the inside? Okay. All right, line up. Three strike red. There we go. We were facing the flag now. Two, nice and where's my third? I said all right, two stripes red. Sophia, can you move one over? There you go. One up, and then you, sir. Two stripes red. Any more two stripes? One stripe red.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Blues.
Yes, ma'am.
And anybody else missing? There we go. Our new blues. Oh, wait.
What are we doing?
What is going on, people?
Yeah, the front sheet had broke the board.
Javier. Seth, please step back there. Anybody else? Caleb, sorry. I apologize. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay.
Good, we're good. Nice and sharp. Thank you, Master Lourdes. Ready up. We get the huddle. Huddle. Welcome. God, please help us to have a safe, effective, and tough last part of testing. In Jesus' name, amen.
Everybody face Master Jeff. Chinny up. One.
And of course, our masters, Chuddy up to net. Thank you for being here. And all of our hardworking black belts. Chuddy up, go net. And now let's get, where's Master Lisa? Oh, there's Master Lisa. So let's get the four masters back there.
Sir.
You three may float. float in those
Just
spheres.
the same judges we have, right? Or no?
No, well, you know what, we might end up, having some more downstairs, but I was thinking we could handle it upstairs.
Okay.
At this point, we'll see. All right, please, anybody who's serving, here to watch, help along this line, everybody else, of course, knows over there.
And Messenger,
Yes, sir.
I could be on the serving line or stand around
Sure,
and watch, right?
absolutely, yes, sir.
I stand or,
You can stand or hang out with them. The advantage of being a black belt. All right. I think we start clean slate. Let's get all just our red belt candidates. Come on up.
Sir.
Shouldn't there be 6 red belt candidates? Oh, I'm sorry, all degrees of red belt candidates. So you guys just pretend the black belts are in line and then get where you were, get where you would be. Who was here next to the mouse? Was that you, Caleb?
I didn't believe so. If I can go like.
Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, because it should be even, 3 and 3.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's how you guys were a while ago, had the 3 black belts, the 3.
And Hannah, I think was, you were.
Who's the oldest? No, but she's senior. You tested before, correct? Okay, very good.
Then they were older.
Okay. So we're good. Okay, so let's just remember this configuration. To me, basic 1, left-handed. Sit up!
Hey!
Hey, hey!
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 Puddle. And short. Off to the side, give me a twack. Black belts, come on up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To me, basic 1, left-handed. And seats up.
Hey! Hey!
Puddle. Nice.
Very nice.
Twack, switch places, hurry quickly.
Yes, sir. Sir, sir.
To me, basic 2, left-handed, and go.
Stay together.
Hey!
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 Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Hey!
Puddle. All right, let's do that one more time. Black belt candidates, another twack. You guys, basic 2, left-handed. Ready, set, go.
Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Hey!
Hey!
Puddle. And show. So your feet are listening to your orders, Hannah, but your hands are not. Your hands are trying to stay right-handed. Twack, switch places, go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Basic 2, to me, and seat up. No, left-handed. Ready, set, go.
You have a 12 or 12?
Hey!
And Sensei Miguel, would you check their twacks and make sure they're actually doing 12 push-ups? Very nice. Puddle. Did you guys practice for
I
this?
know, they look really good.
Show. Very good. Switch it up. Whack.
Go.
Go.
Going for black belt, sir.
Basic 3. Left-handed to me. And seats up.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
That's okay. There you go. Let's get through.
Hey!
Huddle. And show. Switch it up. Whack.
Sir!
You're going all the way down, guys. To me. Hold on, basic 3. Left-handed. Seat up.
Are we always go that way? No, no. That's normal. That's normal.
Puddle. Show. I'm gonna tell you what. You guys just give me a quack right there where you're standing. Go ahead. Red belts, give me another one too. I don't want to make you guys feel left out. No. See, if you're gonna do them on your knees, you gotta touch your chest every time, girls. There you go. All right, we get through basic 3, so please, Luke and Lily, come on up here. Hurry quickly. You can sit down, Sienna. And 7 and Zoe, come over here, please. Hurry quickly. Zoe and 7 right there with Sophia. And now, are ready to meet? And sit down. See some action, folks.
Stay out of the middle still, Sophia. There you go.
And Zoe, keep your hands out so you might get wild kicks. Keep moving, Sophia. Sit out in the middle.
No middle. There you go.
That's what I said.
Don't wait your turn, guys. It's nice to sit in the middle.
3, 2, ready, and stop. Everybody go back. Everybody sit down but the weights. Sit Val first. Everybody sit down but the weights. Sienna, come on up. And let's see. Brianna and Haley, please, hurry quickly.
Yes, sir.
You're going to be with both of them. Sit Val, for ready to meet. And seat up.
No middle. Keep your hands up. Thank you.
Wait, black belt test. Fire up.
Hey, keep your hands up. Brianna, there's your chance if you got your hands down.
Noah, you got to be deceptive and sneak in. 7, light her up now.
Oh! Ow!
No arrows in Taekwondo. You got it.
Same toe.
Yeah.
There you go.
That hurts. Stop right there. Take your mouth. And even if it's okay, go get some ice just in case.
You need to leave that toe at home. Yeah. So here, Mom.
Oh.
Oh, sorry about that.
Here you go. I finished this. You got another 9. Oh.
All right, pinch your mouth. And you may sit down, Miss Haley. Nancy, and you may sit down. And you are going. Hannah, come on up.
Yes, sir.
And Wade, you can fight with Hannah. Pinch your mouth.
This is some toy, right? This is.
Sparring ready to meet. Go on, Wade. Sit up.
Okay.
Take one of them and put it in the
High
box.
kicks. Let's see some footprints on her head. Wade. There you go. Almost landed instead of landed. There you go. Good. That's what I'm looking for. Go. 3, 2, ready, and stop. Very good. Hurry back. Good job. Good. You may have a seat, Hannah. 7. Let's go, Seth and Julia. Come on here really quick.
You got him, Julia.
And yeah, you would have still had it. You two take a break for a second. So who do we have left that has the star over here? Just Caleb, right?
Excuse me, I'll take that. My kid rematched him not because of any like family good, just because I felt like last time I did absolutely garbage.
Okay, so Javi and Caleb, go ahead, you can spar each other. And balance, fire ready to meet, and go! Go get him, Javi! Julian, go get him! Make a fight rough, encourage him to fight rough, Seth. Good. And punch him, Julian. He's a big guy, he can handle it. There you go. Oh, there you go. 3, 2, ready, and stop! Yeah, let's do some, take your bow, let's do some hand sanitizer, especially you two guys. Quickly, hurry. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys were wasn't having, not seeing hustle. That was all the black and reds, right?
They're both parents are here now, just that.
Okay, everybody can have a seat, and let's get the black belts up, the black belt candidates up first this time, hurry, quickly, hurry, quickly.
Yes, sir.
And what were we on? I think we're starting to 10 on 1, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. To me, 10 on 1 normally. See ya. Nice.
You guys are doing such a good job. I didn't know which way the normal way.
Right. Right.
Puddle. Show. Pop quiz, surprise, basic one, rewind. So the last move first. So to me, what's the last move?
Hey, I'm gonna say, you are me.
Left punch is the last move.
You end up. Punch, right?
Yeah.
Sophia's got it. Ready, set, go.
Oh.
Which leg moved? Which leg was your pivot leg? You need to be going this way, punching that way.
You like me to demo one full speed?
Oh, he's such a show off.
Sophia was pretty cool. Okay, let's let a match who settles demo
He's
one.
such a show off, because Master Ron and I do not want to be in your spot. Or me.
Watch him carefully now. You get one shot at it.
The brain cells
Oh,
don't
whenever you're
absorb
ready,
that
please,
stuff
sir.
anymore.
Puddle. Go.
He's impressive all the time, sir.
Here we go. Let's do it on the count. 1, 2, 1, 2. You were good.
You were good.
Now, which leg moved? And where did it move from? Yes, 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 yes. Other hand though. Right. 2, 3, 4. Good. Now, where did that come from? This is the simple term. 1. No. Oh, yeah. No. 2, 1, 2.
You had it almost right.
And here's the back turn. 1. Oh, yes, Sophia. Yes,
Right.
yes, it's all for you. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. Very nice, guys. Puddle. Show. And hook it up. Whack. Red belt candidates, come on up.
Yes, sir.
Come on one, please. Oh, we'll go left hand. Come on one left hand. To me. Ready, set, go.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Puddle. Shove. Good. Quick, switch it up. Twack, of course. Twack after every form, folks. What are we on? 2 on 2 to me. And Miguel, check them for touching the floor.
Actually, they didn't.
No one's touching the floor
do
yet.
anyone. Did they do it?
Yes, they did. So pion on 2 normally. See, John?
Hey!
Puddle. Show. Master Miguel, would you mind taking these black belt candidates around the stairs? Let's make it twice.
All right, guys, follow me.
Red belt candidates, come on up.
There.
10 on 2 normally to me. And see up. No, they're gonna go 2, 2, 2, 2.
Hey!
They'll figure it out.
All right.
Puddle. Show. All right, go out there and get them black belts and trade places with them. Hurry quickly. 2 times around the stairs. So go up to my office door, back, up to my office door, and back. Tell them black belts to come on, let's go. Burn it up training time. 7, Zoe. Here, fight each other. Pinch them out. Sparring ready to me.
Hard!
See ya. Make sure to stay out of his range, Zoe. He's bigger than you. So try to get out of his range and then attack before he can get you again. There you go.
Use your line. You don't have to start straight in. Get in the other direction.
There you go.
You can punch him. 7's a big tough guy. You can punch him hard. Right in the tummy. There you go. Keep going, Zoe. Keep going. Breathe through it, girl. Breathe deep. There you go.
Big exhale.
Ooh. Punch him back. Punch him back. Get it. Oh, there you go. Close enough to hit it.
Get in.
Good job,
When
sister.
you're in,
3, 2, ready, and stop. There we go. That's very nice. Pinch him out. And Olivia, you want to bring another board? Only if you want to. Okay. What do you want to break with? What do you want to break and what do you want to break with? A roundhouse.
Top of the foot. Close the
Oh,
ball.
okay.
And what's far in front of that is full kick rotation. Keep your knee pointing up, you get to make turn your hips over so you can get the ball up. Good, right hand up. Good.
you can take it.
Okay. Good. Knee.
Try not to hit with your
See if
toes.
you can take your leg back and then swing.
Get your camera for you.
It,
Good. That'll work.
It changes when you start just a little bit from the top of the foot. But much more power.
There you go.
where's your yellow belt? You just got your yellow belt. Oh, they are. But she's here no matter what, though. I can respect that. I respect that.
Got one.
Come here, black belt candidate.
Black belt candidates on the line, let's go. Red belt candidates, not you. You get a break for a second. Take advantage. What are we on? 10 on 3?
Yes,
To me, 10 on 3, left-handed. Sit up.
Hey. Hey.
You had it right.
The other hand, right, Sienna.
You had it right.
Huddle. Everybody give me a clap. Hurry quick, clap. All the way down. Oh, look at Seth going all the way down. This is like cotton candy to him. Respect that, Seth. All right, let's try it again, black belts. To me. On my count, left-handed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hana. Do.
Hey.
Oh. There you go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The chamber.
Now think about where you're changing. Go. There we go. 2. Very nice. Huddle. Show. So you guys are twack. Red belts, come on now. Hurry quickly. To me. 10 on 3. Left-handed. Let's see what you can do. Ready, set, go. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, you did it right. Follow your move.
Hey.
You're doing great.
All right, everybody, you guys back to the beginning. And everybody give me a twag. Black belt candidates too, let's go. Make them good. Don't arch your back. Yeah, there you go. So you want to flex your core while you're doing push-ups. Seth eats push-ups for breakfast too. For breakfast, I'll have some Pop-Tarts, coffee, and I'll have a twag. All right, stand up. 10 on 3, left-handed on my count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hana. Let's break this combo up. 1, left spear hand. Left, no, you took 2 steps. Left spear hand. Just step forward with your left and spear hand with your left. Like that. Nope, you had your right leg forward. Right leg. Now step forward and do a left spear. Now think about which leg needs to move to do a turnaround hammer fist. Which leg needs, yes, Julia, yes, Seth, yes. No, Seth, oh, okay, there. Go, and now step forward and punch.
Hey.
Go back to the T-block. Hurry quickly.
Right leg forward.
Right leg forward, right T-block, right T-block. Think about left-handed. If it's starting to feel comfortable, you know what's wrong. 1, spear hand.
Turn, Caleb? No, there you go.
2,
Follow everybody.
3.
Hey.
Come back to the T-block. Now do it all one big move. Ready, Hannah, switch, set, go.
Hey!
Oh, now turn around.
And think about which way you normally do this, how it feels. Good, Julia. Everybody go. No, Caleb. Yes, Caleb. Now, which leg normally goes first? So no.
No.
Which leg is going to go first this time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think about where you're chambered. 1, 2. Huddle. Very good, very good. Show. Okay. Twacky, switchy. Hurry quickly. Do not keep me waiting. To me, come on 4, please. Normally. Sit up. Huddle. And show. All right, let's see here. Dre, break that however you can by yourself. Yes, sir. Break it however you can, but by yourself. However you can, but by yourself. I just did this.
Oh, I do that all the time, my big toe. My big toe gets cut.
Any way you can, but you got to break it by yourself.
Nice. You gotta do it all the way through the thing. There you go.
And now Twacky, switchy. Let's go. To me. Going 4, right? Going 4. Sit up. Eyes up, Caleb. Look where you're going.
So you're going kind
Hurry!
Much better. Much better.
Hurry! Hurry!
Look up, Caleb. There you go.
Huddle. Saw a few glitchy errors. Everybody give me the thwack. Hurry quickly. Make them good now. Make them look like Seth's.
Always look where you're going. Always look up. It sends a message to your brain.
All right, Seth, can you at least add some grunts or something to make these at least look difficult, dude?
I know.
So, yeah.
Note to self, don't do stuff with.
That's really commendable. That's really impressive, Seth. Shumi, come on 4 one more time. Did the black belts candidates do twats just into? Okay, very good. On my count, please. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hannah.
Hurry!
Two. Set. Net. Pass it. Hannah. Do. Set. Net. Pass it. Huddle. Shot. Nice, very nice. Okay, switchy, twacky. Round 5, please, guys. To me. And seats up.
Hey!
Huddle. Short. Okay, switchy twacky.
Sir, yes, sir.
Master settles.
Hey.
Actually, hang on just a second. We'll do a 2 on, you guys have, 2 on 5, we're on 2 on 5, right?
Yes.
To me, you blues know 2 on 5?
Yeah, for the most part.
If you do not know 2 on 5, you may have a seat because you're done. 2 on 5, please, normally. Seat up!
Hey! Hey!
Right.
You got this now.
Hey!
There you go.
Go with it, go with what you
Go with what you think.
Hey!
Trust your instinct. Going forward to what
Miguel, let's take the black belt candidates around the stairs twice.
Hey!
Huddle. Show, so of course you guys know these forms. I'm just getting a little loopy from oxygen deprivation. It's the only way really to try to somewhat facsimile of stress situation because of the reactions are very similar mentally. So you just got to dig in there and get the information. The most important thing is to be familiar with it, which you now all are. So dig in there and get it. 10 on 5. To me, seat up.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Go.
there you go. Let your body go.
Hey! Hey!
Keep up. Step
Right leg forward, T block.
No,
the other way.
towards the mirror.
Twiddle around. And what? Twiddle around what? Yep. Some up and balance.
Hey!
Huddle. And show. That's also why I'm having you guys do some of these left-handed, some of them right-handed, to keep your mind and constantly switching around. I mean, to get as close as we can to an adrenal response, which is what will be happening if you ever have to defend yourself. And I don't even mean from a bad guy. I mean like in a boating accident or attacked by an alligator or who knows what. Adrenal response, and so you just have to make friends with that person who's oxygen deprived up there. Everybody sit down, but Hannah, please, ma'am, to me, and you guys knock out a plaque while you're at it. So to me, and I'm sorry, count on 5 on my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, Hannah, and then Dul. kick it, down block, target. What's messing you up, Hannah, is that's not a hand kick. It's just a regular crescent kick. So try that from the punch key. So pop it, kick it, down block, target. Now kick it, strike it. Duel, set, net. Keep going. Pause it, there you go. Spear hand, rip out. And turn your whole body. You know how to do that right. You know what we always preach about, the left leg. So T-block toward the mirror. So move that left leg over. One, go.
All the way.
There you go. Duel, up and balance. Set. Net. Puddle. And you hear Master Lourdes is trying to tell you to just trust your instincts. Just go. You got this. You know, come on, fine, dude. So just blast through it. So try it now on your own count. To me. And forget the silly stuff. Forget the nerves. Forget the audience. It's just you and Hannah. You and you. That's it. Just do pin on 5. Ready, set, go.
You got it. Trust it.
Hey! Hey!
Puddle. And show. So listen, remember at the very first of testing, I was telling you that what my job is to hold a mirror up in front of you. So Hannah, there it is. There's under duress, Hannah. There's oxygen deprived adrenal response, Hannah. So welcome. Get to know this, Hannah. What to do with it, that's your guys' choice. You know, like I can tell you, hey, you need to practice your forms for a couple of hours a day if you want to be able to qualify. That's all I can do. I can't go hold your hand and make you practice. Or hey, you know, you need to just get involved with the dojo. Just start doing this stuff. You can either trust me and do it, or you can not trust me and don't do it. But all I can do is show you, and then you've got to do it. And it's the exact same thing with this whole adrenal response, lack of oxygen thing. You know, what to do with it, I don't know. You got to figure it out. But my responsibility is to introduce you to your under duress self. And now hopefully, you're getting to know that person. So then the trick is, okay, I've been here, I've done this. At the very least, the next time it happens, I'm not going to be freaking out. You know, somebody beats the tar out of you and you don't have oxygen and your head's clear, you're going to go, oh, this sucks. But it's like my black belt testing. I've been here, done this. So then you're going to be better able to make a decision and do something. So don't worry about it, Hannah. But black belt candidates, come on for beside.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And red belt candidates, so let's go ahead and do another twat. So what are we on? Beside? Let's scoot back one strike. And to me, beside left-handed. So switch hands. See what you got. See, John?
Hey! Hey!
It looks too correct. Not that I can do it.
Think of the places where you do twiddle the line. There you go.
Right, left.
Only you ended up with the wrong hand. Let's try it again.
That was not me. That's
So, Hannah,
Hey!
do. When you're twisting that way, what does your body rotation beam will be the most efficient? Yes. Yes, good on sisters. Right. And now just a tweedle the right, and then what is your body twist gonna tell you to do? Listen to your body. Nope. So if I'm right here, if I'm twisting this way, look what happens to my arms. So what's gonna be good? Either this or this. That's what's happening, right? Yes, Sophia. Yes, Sienna. Yes, Isaiah. Now, what hand do we normally do it with? So you just got to do it with the other hand. So you said go, yes, Isaiah. Good. 2, little blind. 3, combo. Wait right there, Isaiah. Wait right there. Now, which hand normally blocks first? Just block with the other hand. Ha! To skip somewhere.
Sienna, don't look again.
Yeah, just do whatever you think.
You
They're
would
doing
move.
two different things.
Yes, ma'am.
Good, switch.
Do. Set. Net. Pass it. Yes it. You got. You do. You. Hannah. Yes, Vedans. Yes, Isaiah. Do. Set. Net. Pass it.
That's it.
Other hand first.
You got. Sophia, switch arms. No. You do. Hannah. Do. Set. Just imagine you're doing basic 1 backwards or left-handed. 1. And that should lead you, yes. So, Hannah. Yes, Isaiah. And yes, Sienna. Do. Set. Paddle. And show. And you should have had your left fist in your right hand. Yes, ma'am. So once again, anybody watching should understand they're not responsible for knowing this form left-handed. So the point is, oh, your form sucks. What's wrong with you? The point is, I just want to give them the experience. They're up here in front of the judges and their parents. They're tired as hell because they've been going up and down the stairs and doing twags and fighting and busting boards and bruised knuckles. And now they have to figure out freaking Basai left-handed. You should say, you're welcome, because I'm just introducing you to Under Duress, Sophia, to Under Duress, Sienna, and Isaiah. And a lot of times that's what the world's like. You don't get a cue card or a teleprompter. You know, you got to take what's happening right then. Maybe your house catches on fire, and on the way over you sprain your ankle. Okay. Well, it's not fair that my house caught on fire and I sprained my ankle. I shouldn't have to deal with that. Well, yeah, you do. It's whatever life is going to throw at you. You just got to take it. And that's about the way it happens, too. You won't have a house fire and put it out. And then once everything's all the insurance settled, oh, now you can sprain your ankle. Oh, now I'll go over here. No, it never happens like that. You're like, house fire. Ah! And then the bees. Ah!
That's why you see firemen limping a lot.
But so anyway, that's what I'm trying to introduce you to. And a self-defense situation is just like that. Sure as crap, you're in a self-defense situation. I'm going to give you my best stepping sidekick slip from a banana peel. Now you got a busted elbow, and your head hurts, and the guy's still attacking you. You know, so that's what I'm trying to introduce you to with a black belt test. Twagging, switching.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Blue belts, you know Basai?
sir. No.
If you do not know Basai, you may have a seat. You know Basai? Okay. You know Basai. Okay. Oh, neither of them are even responsible for Basai. You know anything higher than Basai? You know anything higher than the sun?
Tight back.
You know take back. Good Lord. Okay, so why don't you? Oh, you can both start right there. You do beside. You do take back normally. To me? Yes, I gotta see.
Wait, I do tight back and she does.
Yeah, you do the form you want to do. She does the form she wants. Seat up. Huddle. Don't and you guys do have a seat. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's see. Sienna, come on up. And I'm sorry I lost you guys' tags. Whose stack is on the left? Yours? Okay. You haven't done a sidekick yet, have you? So come on up. Mr. McGill or Master Settle, whoever. Mr. McGill.
We don't lay back. Yeah. We got something.
Oh, sorry. So I just started doing this like last week. Hey, Sophie, coming up.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Silver, would you mind helping him hold it? And you know what? She's got them all organized, so you can come choose. Sorry
They used to be.
Sorry, Sienna, I don't know if I chose a sidekick or not. I chose the top board. Probably threw off our whole system.
Well, that's part of the test, sir. All carefully laid plans are adjusted.
We had the breakfast not measured.
Really?
Okay, good call. So Sophia, one shot, and Miguel, would you help hold, please, sir? And you guys, yeah. So Sophia, one shot, no measure. You just step up and break it. And Isaiah, come on up, please, sir. Let's choose him one. Yes, sir. Don't measure. Just step up and break it. And Sienna, grab 3 boards and set up a combo. Hurry quickly, hurry quickly, hurry quickly. And Sophia, you do the same thing. So Sienna, you set up over there. Sophia, you set up over here.
They need color.
Excuse me.
Color I was gonna say, that's better than blue.
Setting up around you on the whole key line. I see.
Let's get Joe, would you mind coming up and holding the board? Yes,
This is a knee break.
unless you want to change things up.
Well, you already did the knee break. I'll look at you a knee break.
And what's that one?
This is the basic one also.
That's a basic one.
One of my challenges for her.
Oh, okay, let's set her up with basic one. Where's the other half of basic one?
He said to just do an elbow, because we didn't know we would have people. Because I thought, my sister's
You still want to do that? You still can do it.
You can have to hold it.
Yeah, whatever you wanna do, girl. Okay. So what's this one for? Elbow? Okay, cool. And you guys, which way is she gonna do her elbow? This?
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. And then you guys wanna do Superman, turn over like this. And Superman sideways.
And then put away the phone.
Sure, go ahead.
You sure that wasn't broken already?
Sophia, combo, where you at?
You made it look like they were already broken.
And Dad, you can come out of and help her again. Well, I was there when they chose their boards. They got some center cuts and they got a nice dry one that was not center cut, but none of them looked that like I was.
I know, I did. She just made it look so easy.
Yeah, I know. When somebody makes it look easy, it's kind of a bummer. But then somebody else comes up like, oh, this should be no problem.
Want to help with the pump sector?
Yes. Yes, yes, hold it. Yeah.
This is the rig. We're in you.
Right between his.
Okay.
Hang on a second.
Keep another like four.
You were. Oh, no. You know what happened that time? What was the problem? You were too. Where'd you hit? Oh, no. Where did you hit on here? You hit right there. You get an ouchie right there. I can see it. Because you were too close. So just step back that much.
Go through.
Yeah. Right between his hands. Hey. Isaiah, how about batting three? What are we looking like? How many boards do we have to go?
Isaiah has one left. I don't know if they had 10 to begin with, but they both have 4 left. They don't.
Okay. You guys had more than 10, right, Joe? More than 10 each. 'Cause we got.
Yes. No, we have one extra one. We have extra one. One brush.
Set us up again.
Yeah, set us up while everyone do that.
One, two, three.
No measuring. No
Well,
measuring.
set it, so make sure we're close enough.
Okay.
Hey,
Go.
hey,
Go.
Like you're adjusting and go.
Go.
hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Go.
hey.
You
Right between his
tapping
hands.
it like, you're tapping it like this. And have your arm behind your palm.
Oh, so I'm going like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And get it out of my face.
Go.
Hey, hey.
That's it. Finish it.
Heard it. Here we go. Hold it together.
You already broke it.
Yeah, go. Break it.
Go, hey.
No, we're going back.
Don't think it, just do it. All the way. Hey. Okay, now.
Okay, do that with a front heel kick, like a front kick over the heels. Don't size it up, just kick it. Hard. There we go. Guys, I really like Master Court Wright's idea of just stepping up and breaking. You guys have been here 3 years at least, and maybe even longer. And it's not like, you know, you're going to get in a fight with a bad guy. You know, yeah? Oh, yeah? Let's see here. Well, hang on, I'm trying to get the right distance. You just gotta say, boom. Or you gotta kick a door down. Oh, the building's on fire! Ah! Ah! Oh no, the building's on fire! Ah! You can step up and rock and roll, baby. Now that was our combos for all 3 black belts. So black belt candidates, come on up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, I don't know what else we can throw at these guys, Master Settles. I know you didn't do romper room in the parking lot, right?
He worked them
They've been stairs, they've been twats, they've been fighting. More, except for a back foot triple. Yeah. All right, Cordio, please, let's back up one. You're making me nervous. Cordio, to me. Sit up.
Hey. Hey.
Hello. Show. Very good, guys. Give me a plaque real quick. Hurry quickly. Plaque it. All the way down, touchy. Oh, I love it, Isaiah. All right. Okay, please, 7, to me. Sit up.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Huddle. And show. Very nice, guys. Okay, so black belt candidates sit down, take a break for a much deserved break. And let's get these blue and reds doing some breaking. How would you like to break, sir? Excuse me? Very good. And Mr. Miguel, and basically when somebody else holds for a little bit, I kind of tweak my wrist. For this guy, let's get the heaviest, hardest board we have left. Actually, no, we have some right here. There's a few more right here. Oh, but wait a minute. This one's faster. Feel that. Not so rough. You know what that is?
That's what that means.
We're just gonna plaster right through it, because you don't care.
No problem.
Exactly.
See, that one sounded like it was already broken.
Yeah.
You could have mounted a deer head on that stupid thing. Okay, Caleb, come on up, please.
Sir.
How would you like to break something?
Do you have any suggestions?
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, you gotta sound like
I'm
you
gonna
know,
try.
kid.
I'm gonna take off your head.
Let's do that. Jump around that. But now you gotta land in between his hands, dude. You gotta land between his hands. That's very difficult because number one, you've got one person holding it. Michael Sellers is very strong, but still, he's one person. You're gonna get a lot of cushion. Number two, he's only got two hands in the last of the chest. Sometimes it seems he's got four arms, but he has only two. So if you hit over here, the board bends this way. You hit over here, it bends that way. So you gotta hit it right between Master Sellers' hands, and you gotta hit it fast. So that was impressive, dude. And Julia, please. How would you like to bring in?
I don't know.
How about a left elbow strike? Are you a lefty?
Yeah.
Oh, right elbow strike.
You almost got you should have said, well, depends on why you're asking me. What do you need to know?
I want to never get to the left side.
Come on, I need to know basis.
Do we have any more in the?
Put your right leg back to the- Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Oh! All right then. I know. First one I've seen that.
I know, I don't even think you guys were totally ready.
That was technically a speed break, because we were like, oh, so, what about those? And any more? Jaime! How are you gonna break, Daddy?
I wanted to do backhand.
Oh, you mean a rib kick?
Yeah. Everything, yeah. Can I do like keyboard?
Tell you what, the good news is you can break this thing, which is pretty thin. The bad news is nobody holding it. So you gotta be burning fast.
All right.
Something as strong as a bulldozer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just be moving, make sure this knuckle is out of the way.
So like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Be moving.
Super fast.
Mm,
You can cheat a little bit by going toward the top.
Oh. Okay.
All
All right.
So you're still moving.
Yes.
Oh, we got blues. We got Seth, we got all three Fernandez, we got Blue.
Thanks.
Oh, we got two Nut sisters. Hannah, come on up.
Give him the boards with the nuts, sir.
So how would you like to break me up? Your sister broke the Are you looking for suggestions or just indecisive or what? All right, assassin's elbow like this.
Yes, that sounds good. That's easy. Go for it.
Right hand with
Oh, you've done this already?
upper elbow.
Yeah. Upper Edwards? Oh.
Can somebody give me another chair?
Oh. He's bad.
Thank you, sir.
I don't like those.
Go get it.
Yes.
Go get it. And you gotta adjust,
Up through.
and adjust, make sure the board's right, at the right angle for you. You gotta pick your body up. So start short and get tall, then come up. Okay, hang on, let's start over with another one. Is there a thick one of those dark colored boards? Right there on top, Jubilee, that one. Okay. No, is there a thick version of that? No.
You can understand. All of your body movement.
Try this one, Master Sullivan. Let's see. Dry. If it's not fun, I think that'll work.
Remember, line up the elbows. Bend your knees and stand up through it. As you extend the arm.
Oh! Perfect. Oh, but look at that. Yes, sir. Very nice, Miss Hannah. Hey, babe.
Yes,
How
sir.
are you gonna break this?
Nothing else.
Assassin's elbow. Sounds good. Let's get that very one that you just brought. Let's get 7. Where's 7 at? Let's get you choose the hole. And Drake, why don't you come up here and help 7 hold?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna start bringing in these generation to hold it.
Face each other on your knees like that.
And touch knees. You want to be as close as possible because you don't want your hands out here like this. You want your hands as close to your body as possible.
So she's dropping down.
You guys, so check it out. You stand basically in a horse stance because you're going to be to the side and coming down. So then you start this way, and rise, twist, all the way through. So let's lower, guys. Let's put your knees together and sit on your feet. So touch knees, elbows, and then elbows as close as possible. You can lean forward a little bit. Yeah, very good. And you drop through it. It's too low for you right now, but when you drop, it'll be right at the right level. Oh, yeah! Any other reds, or is that it? Then you break all the rest of your boards. How many you got left? 1. There it is. Is that the one you got left? What technique have you not done?
I've always wanted to try to crack his elbow.
Right between his arms, right between his arms. Hey, hang on a second. You've got a front stance going on, which I suppose should work. I like to do it like the horse stance, and then the front stance is this way, and then the front stance is that way.
You want to drop
You drop like
Just
There
do
you
it.
go.
Go do it. Go through it.
Hey,
Oh,
you stop. You can't
and
stop.
Mr. Sullivan, try getting it just a touch lower. Like that. So now it's too low for you, so you're gonna have to drop your body weight. Exactly. You just gotta hit right between his 2 hands.
Hey!
You drop your body more.
You can do it.
Okay.
All the way through.
Let's do this. Drop through with the jump. With the jump, just like I did. Yes. Ready?
All the way through.
Go.
Hey!
Sophie, come on, let's finish up your boards, Gene.
These ones? We've already done all of these, right? I mean, not how much? We got it. Oh, okay. We have a hammer twist. And then one of these, we're gonna do different ones since she's done these already.
Yeah, probably gonna screw up the board, sorry about that. What's that one gonna be? Okay. Okay.
Right from the middle.
Let's get her something lighter and make her do.
You want one of those, the finger ones?
Let me see her hook. It'll be a lot faster.
That's the one that does this.
What is going on there? It seems like it's coming too straight instead of round.
This is pausing after and then the side keeping straight.
Yeah.
You're going. Yes, sir.
And then it all needs to be at once, like that.
Keep looking back.
Impressed? What else you got? One more?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, cool. So seven and Drake look at me and Master settles. We're touching knees and leaning forward so our elbows braced against our body, all right? To make it as firm as possible, so make a horse stance. Yeah, and just twist all the way around so your side, well, your belly button's pointing that way when you land. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, that's all your boards, right? Everybody's done their breaking, unfreaking believable. All right, please, Sophie.
Finish hers?
Excuse me.
Sienna, can I finish hers?
Oh, Sienna, finish hers? Okay, come on up, Sienna. I'm sorry. Why does she have me? And now, in all fairness, how many did Sophia have left? She had 3 left. Yeah, I've been stealing off of Sophia's pile. So she should only have 3 left there. Whatever you want to do, though, it's your whiteboard. You do whatever you want to do.
Well, that was the easy one.
So what are you thinking? You got them written down over here?
This says axe, kick, assassin, elbow, forward, elbow.
Well, she just did an assessment, all right.
Sophia did.
Oh, okay. Let's do the assessment. I'm liking those things.
Hey.
Excellent.
You got that? You sit right behind his hands. Yeah. All right, now let's get the 3 black belt candidates. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, sir.
Where my chair go, man? And you guys may have a seat. You know what? Let's separate you. Well, you guys don't have to. Let's separate you so you can take off your mask. So I think we can hear you. So one more hurdle to get over, which again I know will be the biggest challenge probably for Sophia, which is you have to talk. Because we need to hear about your day. And if anybody has any questions, that goes for parents, observers, or red belt candidates, anybody may ask anything, and you may ask anybody anything, all 3 of you. Open forum. So first of all, Sophia, I would just like to hear about what you thought of the day, and I would like it to be 10 words or more, please.
It was definitely hard, but to tell you the truth, I was actually pretty surprised at how I did. I didn't think I was going to be able to do so well. Probably downstairs was the hardest. I seriously could not breathe down there. And sparring Seb and Zoe together was really hard, but somehow I still did that too. So I was pretty surprised at how I did.
That is such good news, because that's exactly how it should be. You shouldn't end up injured or in the hospital, but you should be pushed farther than you thought you could go. And so now, the new Sophia, the old Sophia was here, the new Sophia is here. It's like, oh, I can go this far. And once you pass a barrier like that, Sophia, then the concept sticks. If I can go this far, well, if I need to go that far, I think I could. You know, because once you've broken one record, you can always break another one. So that's great news to hear. I'm really glad you shared that with us. And Sienna,
Downstairs was definitely the hardest, and especially since it was really hot. It was really hot. And I think my favorite was probably the board breaking. 10 boards was actually easier than I thought it would be. And
but I saw you going through some pain. A couple of boards didn't break, and I saw you guys shaking out your hands. So is that discouraging or
it was
just?
the palm strike, so it was making the whole hand feel like it's on fire. But that was the hardest break, and all the rest felt better.
Well, I have to share with you guys. I had a lot of anxiety, missed a little sleep over the Zadon sisters. Just because it's kind of like with my kids, you know, they're my kids, so I have this personal connection. Well, they're kind of the same thing because they live right down the street. You know, they bring us our dog all the time. Our dog thinks she lives at both houses. I mean, seriously, we kind of have like 2 families and 2 houses, and we kind of go back and forth. These kids are all over here. Where's Zoe? I just say, oh, okay. Where's Sophia out the way? Oh, okay. Where's our dog? Okay, so, oh, your dog's over here. And so, you know, the whole personal connection made me worry with you guys. Like, okay, am I going to push too hard? Am I going to baby them too much? And you don't want to mess up in either direction. And it's the same way when all my kids have tested for black belt. But I like to err on the side of going too hard. Like I do with my kids. If I'm going to screw up, I want to go on too hard. Because like I mentioned, that nightmare that I have sometimes. If anything, if that were to ever really happen, I don't want there to be any doubt in my mind that I pushed hard enough. Like, did I prepare enough? So anyway, just so you guys know, that was really weighing on my heart. And especially after you, Sophia, the other night during class, you had to step out. I'm like, okay, what do we do? Because this is not going to work for a black belt test. What if she doesn't make it? You know, what are we going to do? So I'm missing sleep, and I'm like, wondering what the smack we're going to do. So how did you survive today? If the other day you had trouble breathing, what got you past it today?
Well, like when we went downstairs the first time, it was kind of the same thing. And I just kept going as much as I could. I'm like, it's going to be over. We're going to go upstairs in 2 minutes. I can do this.
That's so awesome. And you said the hardest part was the downstairs. And you enjoyed the breaking. So even through the pain, you still somehow got through. Did the pain bother you, or did you say, oh, it's just pain? Or like, what was your attitude about the pain?
The palm strike, it was definitely hard. But the other ones, I didn't really feel it. It was just really happy. I was really happy to go through them.
Yeah. And that's really how it is. I think it's the coolest thing in the world, Sienna, that you have an activity that you do, that you wake up and you have a bruise like this big, and you think, what the smack? How did I get that? It's intestine, but I don't know how I got it. And you think, what an intense activity where you got a bruise, anybody else, you go, oh, this hurts so bad. You don't even remember how you got it. You'll probably have some of those tomorrow. Like, what? A bruise on my foot? How did I get that? I don't even remember. So it'll probably be the same thing with your hands. You're so excited to break them that you're bruising things, but you don't realize. So don't be surprised if tomorrow you have a couple of bruises. Well, I'm really proud of you girls. I was pleasantly surprised. I should say more than surprised, relieved. Because you guys have this cool, calm reaction to adversity, or even trauma that's just uncanny. You just calmly, it's like, oh, well, I'm getting my hand cut off. Okay, this sucks.
It's actually kind of frightening.
Yeah. Actually kind of frightening. When I get up out of here, I'm going to take this guy's butt up. Go ahead, cut it up. So that's like how you guys were. I couldn't believe it. I think I've just, I rarely miss stuff after this long in Taekwondo, but I have to say I missed that. I just did not see you guys cool, calm demeanor under fire. It's very impressive to see. And you had a couple of challenging moments during your breaking. So what do you attribute that to? Do you think you just got a hard batch of wood, or were you nervous? I know in the punches, a few you were pulling back.
Yes, definitely. After hitting it that first time, I've always had some trouble with punches. Because vertical. Tried doing a punch and it took me a while. But when I got up there, I think I was just really scared. A pinch. And so I guess after just hitting it, I was like, oh no, this hurts. And then I just didn't go to until I got the ice, and then it numbed my hands. So I couldn't really feel it.
I think it was more than the ice. I think you just decided to hit it. Maybe because of the ice, you're like, oh man, I don't want to go through another round of this. I'm just going to break it. And that is another cool thing to hear, Isaiah, because once again, anybody that can say, you know what, I just had to get over my fear and do it. Oh, thank you, God. That somebody went through that. And that's ultimately the way you get through. You know, once you're in, the only way out is through. And you were going to break that punch. If we had to be here at 11 o'clock at night, you were going to break with that punch, or we were not leaving, or you were not getting your bike up. And that was just my attitude about it, so I was really glad to see you just finally just right through it. What else was challenging? The girl said downstairs was difficult. Did you find downstairs difficult?
It was difficult. I think the first
Go.
the first time you took it down was really hard. I think I got used to it though after the second one. It was still obviously really, really hard, but got used to it. The hardest thing was probably that punch.
That's what sticks out in your mind.
Or Luke and Lily, I did not remember them sparring so aggressively.
Well, I knew with that there was going to be a certain amount of mercy. Oh, this is my son, you know, I'm over here, I'm bigger, but I thought with Luke and Lily, there's going to be no mercy. There's going to be, what? I can hit Big Brother and won't get in trouble. This is awesome. You guys did a good job, Luke and Lily, really good job. Yeah, that was cool. And so, and you guys with the sparrings, Seven and Zoe together. It's difficult, right? How was sparring one of them? Was that like so-so or just normal, or what would you say?
It was definitely harder than normal. Both sides were really harder than normal. So it hurt a lot because they kept hitting and hitting and hitting. You just had to go. I mean,
Cool. What about you, Sue? Back to that. So tell me, 10 words or more. What was it like fighting the waves one at a time as opposed to both together?
it was definitely more intense, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Boy, the black belt testing lessons are just coming out. Not as bad as I thought it would be. You know, someone once told me this. I forget what the word for initials. A word that's made of initials. Fear being false evidence appearing real. And if you think about it, fear really has no rational place, because if somebody's got a knife and they're going to stab you, well, you don't know for sure that they're going to stab you. So there's really nothing to be afraid of. And once they're stabbing you, it's already happened. So really there's nothing to be afraid of. So it's kind of a cool way of looking at things. And that makes the fear in our minds. Like the story that I guess similarly relates is one that Mr. Joseph still here? Or do you have to go?
Not sure.
Anyway, he told me this story. He said this guy, he had the experience one time. This guy had a razor right at his neck, but I had no fear. How could that be? So, well, because you're a martial artist, you know how to disarm a knife or whatever. And he's like, no, because I was getting a shave. The guy was shaving me. And so it's kind of a case of not enough information. But really, you got a razor here and it's just shaving, you have no fear. Well, the guy's got a knife here, it hasn't stabbed you yet. He might not stab you. He might, but he might not. So there's really, it's kind of related. So there's no reason to be afraid. You just do what you need to do when you need to do it. Anyway, that's probably too much about the whole fear factor, but I am glad to hear you say it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I have found that most things are like that. You just get through it, you go through it, and once it's over, oh, well, it sucked, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I got through it, and I can get through it. Very cool. Any other questions from you guys, from anybody? Yes, ma'am.
Well, first of all, I want to say that all three of them did really good. I was very surprised, and I know Sophia and Sienna personally from PACE, and it made me really happy to be here for the black belt testing, and Isaiah did great as well. Also, when Isaiah was sparring with his siblings, I just wanted to like point out how amazing Luke is at sparring. Like, I was so surprised. I was like, wow, I need to spar like that. And I would definitely like take a private class from him.
So you were inspired.
Yeah.
Cool. Good job, Lukey. Cool. Anybody else? Comments or questions? Yes, ma'am, Ms. Bree.
This is kind of a question for all three of you. And you guys did really awesome today. I was really happy that you guys did so great. But the question for me was, what was the most significant thing you've learned so far?
No, wait. You mean today or in the martial arts training?
Overall.
Like you keep saying, just keep going, even though it's really hard. That's
And what about you, Sue?
you just gotta go wild.
No, that's exactly right. That is totally exactly right. And what about you?
I honestly would probably just say overestimating, because then when
I'm sorry, so you said what?
overestimating, because then when it happens, it's not as bad as you thought it would be, so it makes it a little easier.
Yeah. And I think there, you have to temper that with don't underestimate either. Try to be objective and rational. Assessing any problem. Don't let the fear get you, but at the same time, be prudent in what you're facing. Like, oh, you know, if you would say, oh, 2 boards with an elbow strike, no problem. Well, yeah, it's going to be a problem, but it's not one you can't solve. So you have to be, yeah, I can get through that. I'm going to have to hit as hard as I can, but I can do it. So yeah, very cool. Good question. And you saying going crazy and you saying just keep going, to me, the end of that is indomitable spirit. So eventually you get to keep going, go as hard as I need to, and that's what it will, actually that's what it ends up being, is you go as hard as you need to go. You know, yes, I can go harder, but you go whatever, you do whatever it takes. You know what I mean? And if you can, it's easier than you thought it was going to be, or you just keep going, then you just keep going until it's done with any problem. You just don't quit. In other words, your spirit is indomitable. It cannot be topped. It cannot be dominated. And that's my actually favorite thing. If you had asked me about that, Ms. Trina, that's what I would have said, the whole indomitable spirit thing. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Jubilee.
What are you guys gonna do after you learn full taekwondo?
Wait, what are you going to do? What?
What are you gonna do after you learn the whole martial arts taekwondo?
I don't know what I'm going to do because I still haven't yet. Have you learned it all yet?
No.
Do you mean when they get their black belts?
No, like when they like fully like know everything.
Ninth degree, 10th degree.
Well, I think I know what Jubilee's asking. Once they have all the vocabulary, he has all the vocabulary. I have all the vocabulary of our style. Nope, I know everything. But the thing is, I have not perfected everything. You see what I mean? So anybody, and it's an answer that everybody should arrive at, is you can know all the vocabulary, but it can never be perfected. Now, whether they want to stick around after they know the vocabulary, that's another question. Maybe that's the question you want to ask. Because with these girls, it won't be long. Because they're like information sponges.
We already know for doing it.
Well, there you go. So they do know all the moves. They know all the forms. So what are you going to do? Teach me. What do you plan on doing with your black belts? Like, are you guys done? Are you going to quit after this? Or do you want to stick around and sit at the judges' table? Maybe be an instructor?
I'm not so sure yet.
What about you, Sue? What about you?
Hopefully one of them can be an instructor.
I think it'd be a good one. I do think it'd be a good one, Dan. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Lee.
I have a comment and a question.
for these three. I also know these three because they also went to PACE, as Lauren stated. But my comment was you guys did very good, and I was so surprised at having you in my class when I taught, and I was so surprised you didn't, in my class, you didn't show, Isaiah didn't do enough intensity, and here you did so much intensity. And I don't know what happened, I mean, I know the other siblings, he teaches them, and that's why I think why Luke is so good, and Lily's getting him. But, and then my question is, who inspired you to do Taekwondo? If anyone inspired you, who inspired you to do it, or was there anyone that inspired you to do it? All of you, yeah, red bucket.
Whoever filled in Taekwondo on that classes list for PACE 5 years ago. So I guess you indirectly inspired me to do it.
Yeah, but who was I teaching the class at that time?
Yeah, you were teaching it. I was like, oh wow. Yeah.
But nobody said, all right, Isaiah, let's try Taekwondo. You yourself saw it and decided to try it, right? Cool. And what about you, Sim? You don't remember how and why you started?
We asked that first thing, and both of them said they didn't know.
That is kind of interesting. My kids don't know either because their first lesson was the day they were born. And then they didn't sign up for dragons. They were just here. And when they were like 2.5, oh, just go in the dragons room for a while. And, oh, does he bother you guys? Okay, come back out of the dragons room. And then the next thing you know, well, he's been in there a couple of times. Let's just get him a uniform, and then they've just always been there. So I know it wasn't that much, but is it that kind of thing where you just ended up starting? Well, you said you started at PACE, right? Both of you? And you started first? So was that a plan, or did you just pass by the room, or did your parents say, oh, I want you to do Taekwondo?
I'm not entirely sure, but I remember I think my mom made it available to me, so I decided to do it because I thought it was
How long have you been doing it?
3 years.
Mom and Dad, do you guys remember if you encouraged them, pushed them in that direction, or if it was just you don't even know what Taekwondo means and so they can try it?
No, I think I reached out to both you and Chicago in terms of, I'm always looking at what are the benefits, why should we do this, and it was just so compelling.
Cool. That is right. You know what? Yeah, now I'm
Remember I reached out like, I want to know besides the physical, I want to know the whole thing. Why is it good for them? And I was like blown away. So.
Cool.
And then we started at PACE, and then it just made sense for Sophia to do it too, and then we transferred here. I mean, we started here the next month, I think, right? Something like that.
Yeah, cool. So now you see a little bit of where the Zedon sisters get their planning. We always talk about how when they started, they're like, okay, what's into this? How often are the tests? What's required for each test? And so they had it mapped out. Okay, let's go. We planned our work. Now we work our plan. Boom, here they are testing for black belt. And I had no doubt that they would arrive today. So, Dad, Mr. Joe, what did you think of testing today? Were you worried about the girls? Were you confident they could make it? Did you have a prudent concern? How are you feeling?
I was 100% confident. And the only thing that made me nervous was the boards. And 10 boards is a lot of boards.
It's a lot of wood to go
Yeah.
through.
So that was the only thing I was nervous about, the boards. But I was totally confident in do this.
Cool. Good. There's a dad who's got your back right there. And what about you? What did you think about them testing today? Were you nervous, or were you scared, or what were your concerns?
Actually, I didn't have any concerns. I knew they were ready. We talked about it, and I told them they needed to, focus on the game, on the actual testing, and just you had to have a certain mindset going into any kind of I don't know, competition or testing or whatever.
Any
Like
undertaking
athletes,
like that, yeah.
like an Olympian is, they have to have their head in the game. And, and they can't listen to the noise that says they can't do it.
Right.
And they have any doubts, they have to turn to prayer. And let prayer, let God lead them. If there's any doubt and not listen to anybody else.
You know how lucky you guys are to have these parents? Seriously. I mean, a lot of parents wouldn't let their kids sign up because it looks so hard. They say, this guy's kicking it. I'm not going to let some guy kick at my daughter's head. And they don't have the logic to go, okay, well, yeah, a guy's kicking at her head, but they're going to stop if they injure her, whereas the bad guys will not stop. So it's worth the investment. So your mom and dad, you have to understand being a parent. You have to calculate that stuff like a NASA scientist, man, because you have to push your kids, but you don't want to involve them in unnecessary risk. So your parents did a lot of thinking and praying about that. You know, and to me, they made the right decision. Of course, is what I do. Like I said, my life's dedicated to it. But you should seriously think like give some prayer, and you're supposed to get black belt gifts for your parents, even if they say no, you don't need to do
I
that.
never got one.
Oh.
You got one?
Yes, I did.
Good for you.
Here's one of them. But anyway, seriously, we talk about not taking things for granted, and that's something you definitely don't want to take for granted, because this ability to push through, it comes from your parenting at home. I mean, you've got your own spirits too, but there's definitely some nature and nurture going on there about which you should be thankful. What about you guys going in? The Drakes. And where's Papa Drake?
Behind you filming.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Did you guys have worries, concerns? What were you thinking about this guy testing for black today?
Well, Isaiah and I were talking about it because, you know, he started at pace and he loved it, but then, you know, did the summer thing, but then for like 2 years we weren't able to do it for various family reasons. And then, so one summer we came back, and the first day he was kind of like, oh no, Mom, I'm not gonna remember any of my forms. I'm not ever, you know. And so I was like, just, you know, you'll be fine. Just go. Anyway, at the end of class, Mom, can I stay for the next 2 classes? And so then he and Luke, I mean, they just did forms throughout the house, so much so that Dad began to start it as well, because he was like, well, my kids love it so much. And you know, and I'll definitely say, I think Isaiah loves to achieve things, so after a while it was not as enthusiastic, and so I appreciated just something for him to keep pushing forward and seeing like, and I'm so grateful for you and just for this dojo. I love the values, you know, beyond just the workout or whatever, but just mentally learning these forms is amazing, and like having to do it backwards, left-handed, you know, but then the respect, you know, that's not something we see much in our culture, and I really appreciate martial arts for that. And so yeah, and I think for Isaiah, I know how strong and capable he is, and I hope and pray that this was an experience of gaining confidence, because, you know, like with the boards, you had to keep going, and some of them were harder to break, and yet I know you can, you know, so I think sometimes I can see on your face, and whether it's been football, school, when he's achieved things, like, I know what he can do, and sometimes I don't know if he believes he knows he can do it. So I'm hoping this will be like, I can do it. And so, good job, Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Dan. Anything to add to that, Mr. Strauss?
Yes, sir. I would just say that my favorite saying here is black belt is basically a white belt that didn't give up. And so I really like everything that Heidi just mentioned in terms of the values that you instill and the respect that you command. And I think that's going to set my son up to do well in life. Those things are not going to hurt him. And I'm really proud of him today for not giving up, because I know there's a lot of times that he maybe would want to. And as a parent, you struggle because it just gets old. It's like, all right, you want to brush your teeth? Fine, let them rock.
Yeah.
You know, but as a parent, I want to see my son succeed. And like his mom just said, like we see he has so much potential, and we want to challenge him to rise to it. And you'll never know how strong you are until you test your mettle. And when you break, you have a choice to stay broken or get back up, get yourself together, and keep pressing on. And I think this black belt journey has been an opportunity for my son to dig deep within, to find the strength from within, to keep pressing on. And today, I'm just really proud of you that you didn't give up. I hope that's an attribute that carries with you for the rest of your life.
Amen. Cool.
If I could.
Please,
I just wanted to add and maybe echo some of the parents and kind of contrast what I think a lot of other people were saying about what they said when they said they were surprised by how good these three did or how strong they did. I've worked with them and known them for a long time, and I was never surprised. But I think it's because I'm a teacher and I've seen a lot of people train, and I've seen the potential that's in people, even if they don't know it's there themselves. And so I've always had this kind of conflicted idea about what a testing is and what a testing should be. The more hardline message on says everything has to be perfect before we test. You don't get a black belt and then get good, you get good and then get a black belt. And that kind of gets that idea. There's a little, and I tend to be a little need everything to be in its place. And I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing because it helps people try to achieve excellence and do something themselves. But on the other hand, and you see this all the time, you and I both have seen this all the time, when somebody gets a black belt, they will allow themselves to be good because they think, I'm a black belt now. Now I can go kick spin really fast. Now I can, and so I have seen and know the potential, the strength, the intensity, the power that is there. I've seen bits and pieces. I've seen the strength, the inner strength. We don't always care about this. I've seen the inner strength, the determination to break through the board, to not quit when a board is hard or when you get punched in the face, etc. I've seen and know that's there, but maybe we don't know it's there. And my hope has always been that going through this experience, becoming a black belt means that you now allow yourself to see the greatness that you have, to know how good you are, to know what your teachers see in you and saw in you from the very beginning, why we put time and effort into working one-on-one with people, whether it's a tornado kick or forms or a 360 vertical roundhouse kicks through the target or whatever it is that we're looking at, right? It's because we know, and your parents know, where you can go on and off the mat. And our goal is just to let you guys know that too, to put you in a place where you have gone through the fire and flames, Dragon Force. And great fun. And so I'm proud of all of you guys. And my great hope is that the strength that you showed today and that you discovered today, again, inner strength is what I'm talking about. You allow yourself, because it's already there, you allow yourself to express that when you're doing a regular form, when you stub your toe, when you're taking a college entrance exam, whatever it is, that you allow yourself to realize that you are capable, that you can do it. I see it all the time. Somebody gets a black belt, the forms get crazy good, the sparring gets crazy good. It's just not a different person. Just give themselves permission. Give yourself permission, and good job.
yeah. In fact, this might be a little incentive or chance to keep them here. But the good news is for all three of you, I was able to get all three of your names embroidered on the belt. Yay! Because I sat there with took the same font I used on the belt and wrote South Miami Taekwondo and then put your middle names and everything, and it ended up, they were right, none of them were over. Some of them were like exactly the same length, but I thought, okay, South Miami Taekwondo fits, then your middle name can fit, and it won't be in the knot. The bad news is we have a new embroiderer, and they do not have your embroidered belts ready. So you're gonna have to get them at the next class. They're, he says, oh, they're ready, but we're closed on Saturdays. I'm like, oh. But so back to good news. So you're gonna get an extra plain belt, like the one that I wear in class, to do with as you please. So you'll have a plain belt, and you'll have your embroidered belt on Monday. But I didn't want to send you out here with no belt. Master Shin, that's the way he rolled. Okay, testing's over. And that was it. You didn't get anything. A month or two later, and you didn't dare ask, where's my belt? And it might be, one time at a Shakey's Pizza, we were doing something like after cleaning up the dojo or something at Shakey's Pizza. Oh, okay, everybody, Jeff, I got that 33 black belt there. Okay, I got a pizza. And then get your black belt, you'd come to his class, no black belt, come to his class, no black belt. 2-3 months later, oh, Jeff, I'm more than embarrassed about your black belt. I said, just forget it, but here's the black belt, okay? Okay, line up. Oh, well. Dude.
How many years did you train with him?
Oh, God, forever, man. And, but it was those, I swear, it's like psychological games, you know. Oh, 2 boards, oh, try 3. 1 and 2. 1, try 2. Sky, man. But anyway, so I just never liked that. I get it, and I appreciate what I learned from it, but I kind of feel like I've already done my work. I've already waited all this time. 2 tests. I want my belt. I deserve my belt. I want to get it. So I want you guys to have a belt, even though the embroidery doesn't come. So now you get 2 belts. So anyway, just so you guys are ready. And now you have to come back Monday. See? I don't know if I'm coming back. Well, now you have to get your belt.
There's a trick.
And no,
There's a trick. You can
no
continue.
coming to pick them up, and no coming to Just Jeff's house to get them, because Just Jeff ain't gonna have them. Only Master Jeff will have them. No picking them up out of uniform. No mom and dad picking them up. You got to be in class, and then I'll let you change your plain belt to your embroidered belt
when you get bowed in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's kind of weird at first, but it's kind of cool. The first time I got bowed in, I came walking in with my black belt, and Master was serious and said, "Face the black belt," and I turned around.
I did the same thing. I was like, oh, it's me. Oh, okay. Never mind. It took me quite some time to not turn around and where's the person I'm bowing to?
Yeah, but if you guys do stick around, what he said is really true. I'd say 90, 95, almost in all cases, people miraculously, after all the training and building up, they think, okay, I've reached my peak, now I get black belt, and that's as high as I can go. It doesn't work like that. You go, I've reached my peak, I've got black belt, and now I'm improving even more. And it's totally what he said.
To anyone who's been here a long time, I am not first degree John by a long shot. The person who I am today, the technique, the technical knowledge, the whatever. I've been a black belt twice as long as I was a color belt. 3 times as long?
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. I've been here a long time, too.
When you stop and do that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah.
Twice.
It starts getting,
Twice.
starts feeling like obsessive. Like, okay, you've been here 35 years, don't you think that's a little ridiculous? All right, guys, let's get our black belts over here. Old black belts, not the new black belts, because you're not technically black belts yet. There's one more phase you must complete. Oh, yeah. And then 3 stripe reds, come on, let's do the same. Well, I don't think we're going to need to do it. Let's do 4 in 1.
Yeah, we did 4 earlier.
Yeah, I think, well, we don't have any of the other color belts. So you guys just make sure there's 2 mats between you. Let's at least try to keep up an appearance of COVID decorum. And we got any more 3 stripe, 2 stripe reds? And next line, Drakey's right there. Back up, let's keep 2 mats distance. Remember, 2 mats is 6 feet. And then, any more reds? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then blues?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ooh, got the blues. How's the toe?
It's gonna be bruised, but I'll be fine.
We got another 9, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And purples?
Yes, sir.
Oh, and a new purple too. Awesome. Is that everybody? Any other colors that I'm missing? We're good to go. And remember, guys, we do the bow only today. So let's see here. We got. Oh, you guys got it in order for me?
Yes, sir.
Or something else. Javier de la Calle. Seth Fernandez. Julia Fernandez. Caleb Fernandez. And Haley Knott. And Hannah Knott. You know, a lot of parents have said, you know, my kid got really, they stop at red belt. Everybody quits at red belt. You would not believe how many people stop at red belt. And one parent said, well, it's because, you know, you don't have new belts. You do, you like, you guys did all that work today. Yo, I got to do borrow my belt. So, but look, that's how many times it's happened so far with your black belt. And that's what I tell them. This is practice for having a black belt. Because you guys are only going to get one more new belt. Up to then, you get to practice the 2 tests where you just get a little bar. And one big hoorah black belt, and then from then on, it's just an even smaller bar. Because these are not even as light as a piece of electrical tape. All right, what do we have here? James Isaiah Drake. Sienna Marie Zeta. And Sophia. Is that? We've got black belts living down the street. And what are you guys, like a block or two? The Drakes? Not too far. All right, nice and sharp, folks. Chitty up! Go get the huddle. Connect. Huddle. Welcome. God, thank you very much for a great black and red testing this afternoon. I learned so much, and there were so many lessons just hanging out there, free for whoever has their eyes and ears open to take them. Thank you for putting that before us, and help us always look and listen whenever you have them available for us, which we know is always. In Jesus' name, amen. Let's face all of our black belts. Chitty up, connect. And then our masters, we still got all 4 of them here. Chitty up, connect. Thank you for being here, masters.
Space Master Death, chitty up,
Congratulations, folks. What do you guys think?
That's correct. You sit around for a picture? Yeah, that's okay. Mom, hi. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's get you down. Why don't you guys in front of the big folks?
Okay.
We're working for 6-foot rules.
All right, everybody. Ready? I'm gonna do a couple. Ready? 1, 2, and 3.
How are you?
Hey.
Good. Thanks for all your work.
1, 2, and 3.
All right, everybody look tough real quick.
Everybody, one more tough look. One more tough look. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That's awesome.
That's
Thank
a
you.
great picture.
Thank you so much. One on camera. Yeah, Master John, Flores. Thank you so much, fellas.
Look at how pretty it is. And I kept trying to get him in here.
Yeah, I love big families.
Master
John, are these up there or up here? That's what I thought. That's probably the other two.
Pastor Jeff, can you get a picture? Yeah, let me cut off our stream. All right, folks, the stream is over. Oh, we had a couple people. Hi, Nicholas. Hello, great job. Thank you for watching, Nick.